So here we are, Chad. This is Barber Park, and today we're gonna do one of the more popular things that Boise has to offer, and that is the Boise River.
A popular pastime in Boise, Idaho. One that I've done since I was a wee lad. It's over 100 degrees. Where do you go to cool down? You just hop on the river with your friends, you tie up in a big float together, and it's 2 hours of fun.
So you've made it to Barber Park. This is the spot. This is where you put in for the Boise River. This is also where you can rent your tubes. Your rafts are offered here. Make sure you have photo ID. You can also, of course, bring your own flotation device. So this is Ann Morrison Park in downtown Boise. This is where you're going to take out when you finish your float of the Boise River. This is also where you'll drop off any inner tubes or any rafts that you rented up at Barber Park. Also, this is where if you need a shuttle, you can catch the bus, which is arriving right now. It's $3 per person. It arrives every hour, on the hour. Come to Ann Morrison Park, park your car, hop on the bus, $3 a person, take the bus up, rent your stuff at Barber Park, float down, drop your stuff off, pick your car back up.
All of the air stations here, there's several of them, they're all free. So you don't have to worry about if you're gonna air up your own raft, you can have free air basically. One thing to remember when you get on the river, absolutely no glass, whether it's alcohol or not. There is no alcohol on the river. If you are 14 years or younger, you need to have a life vest. The other thing is wear shoes, wear some good shoes, you know, like river shoes or smocks or whatever, because you don't want to like jump out of the boat or have to get out of the boat and be barefoot. So
this is a river that you can definitely come to Boise, rent a raft, and hop on the river. You don't need a guide or anything like that. You don't even need to know how a river works.
You don't.
So as you can see behind me, this is the extent of rapids on the Boise River. There's 3 of these along the river. It's not much. You don't need rafting experience.
When I was a kid growing up on the river, you would float the river or you just ride your bike down the Greenbelt and jump off bridges, culverts, all kinds of things in the river. This is the Bainbrook Bridge, which is the most popular bridge to jump off of. We're gonna head down to BSU and jump off a bridge that's even taller than this. So here we are at the bridge to Boise State University, right downtown Boise. The zoo's right there, the park's right there. The float ends a little ways down the river there at Ann Morrison Park. This sign right here used to say it is illegal to jump off the bridge or no bridge jumping. And that was the sign you stood on to jump off the bridge. But they've changed that now. They have these nice new signs, which is basically jumping etiquette, which basically says, don't jump on somebody in the river. So I am a safety person. Safety first, let's think safety people. I'm wearing my PFD. I'm going to jump off this, which is probably at least twice the height, right, of the other bridge, and go for a nice, refreshing dip. Now, you don't have to float the river. You're in Boise, you're in downtown, you can just walk right down here and jump off the stinking bridge. Yep.
Well, Chad, you survived, which is good, because I gave you about a 50-50 chance right there.
Well, that's not good. I gave myself a 100% chance. I was safe. I knew how deep the water was. I had been to this spot before. I wore my PFD, I was safe.
That's good, and you do look great in your PFD. Very good call. Okay, so that's the traditional way you partake in the Boise River. But our friend Chris has told us about this other way you can experience the Boise River. Right after this quick break, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's the Boise Convention and Visitors Bureau's mission to enhance the economy by promoting the Boise area as a destination for conventions, corporate meetings, trade shows, leisure travel, sporting and cultural events. Visit boise.org and start planning your next visit today. Ranked as one of the top 15 health systems in the U.S., St. Luke's is home to Idaho's only children's hospital, largest cancer center, and amazing people dedicated to your best health and life. Learn more at stlukesonline.org.
So that's one way to do the Boise River. There's another way you can do it as well, but it involves being here super early. And can you guess what that is? Chad, what you got there?
This is a net, John.
And that net is used for wrangling cattle.
Getting fish out of the water.
Getting fish out of the water. Yes, the Boise River is a river with fish in it. So we have paired up with Idaho anglers and our friend Chris Gerono to take us down the Boise River. Now, I've never fished this river. I've always done the traditional, come to Barber Park, you know, get with the masses, float down. This is a lot different. There's no one out here. The shuttles aren't running. It's very quiet.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of Boise, is that we've got this gem going right through the middle of town, and it is a great fishery as well. The other thing is too, you can fish from a raft, which is what we're doing today, but Idaho Angler and Chris also guide trips that are just where you go to certain places along the greenbelt, so you don't have to be in the raft and do that. But something, if you're coming in from out of town too, you roll in, call up Idaho Angler, look them up online. They got everything. Like, we brought nothing today except for a fishing license. So they got the rods, the reels, the flies, the brains. They know where to catch stuff.
All right, let's get on the river.
What?
Who?
Okay. So
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just.
All right.
I forgot what the Statue of Liberty looks like. Now what do I do with this hand?
Have the line.
It's tangled. I'm already tangled and I'm on land. Oh, okay. Wow, this is not going well so far.
Okay. Here on the Boise River, running right through town, kind of look around, you can't really tell, can't really see any houses or anything like that, just kind of tree-lined banks and stuff, which is, you know, part of its charm. And it's, you know, the Boise River through town, it's a great urban fishery. You know, number one, the Boise River is a fairly heavily stocked stream. There's certain areas that they stock and certain areas they don't. The areas that you don't, you're going to run into a few more wild fish, and that's where you tend to find some of the bigger fish.
Dude, look at the size of that thing.
The Fish and Game lists when they stock and, you know, how many trout. You know, typically it's rainbow trout that they're stocking.
Got myself a little rainbow trout. super big, right? Thanks, little guy. Chris tells me he's wild. He does look pretty.
There's been 2 rainbow trout caught that were 30 inches long. One of them would have been the state record had the guy, the kid not gutted it and taken it home. You know, there's not a lot of cities in the United States that have an amazing river that runs basically smack dab down the middle of it and has so many recreational opportunities.
The Boise River, truly something that makes Boise unique and special, and it just wouldn't be the same city without it.
Yes, I'm a Boise native, grew up here. This river is an amazing river, goes right through town. Our recent government has done a lot to clean up the river significantly since I was a kid. And we have got a great trout fishery like Chris was talking about. You can float the river, fish the river, walk along the river, listen to the river, and have this wonderful jewel right in our downtown. Let's go back to the beginning though, and just talk about how I did catch more fish than you did.
That Chad got to go, he got to fish first, okay? And everyone knows that earlier in the morning,
you know what that is?
The fish are biting better.
That's the world's smallest violin
and
right there.
That's the only reason he caught more fish than me.
No, it's because...
Yep, that's exactly why.
All I can say is that our city would not be the same without this river, period.
Very right, Chad. And for more adventures and how to plan them in Boise, in Idaho, and beyond, subscribe to this channel. Follow us on social media. If you have any questions for us, we would love to see it in the comment section. Thanks to our sponsors. They are truly what makes Boise great. More information about them below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.